We got 16 straight minutes of Michael Jordan facts that'll convince you he's the undisputed GOAT. See, whoever commented this video in the comment section yesterday, I told you I got you, bro. I'm not lying. I got you, bro. I told you. But, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, I also clicked on this video too because, like, I just wanted to see it. I'm not going to lie. I wanted to watch the video myself. Because this video seemed interesting. 16 straight minutes of Michael Jordan facts that'll convince you he's the GOAT. And the thumbnail, y'all can't see it, but y'all gonna see it before y'all click on this video, bro. It's something I thought LeBron was going until this video, so I gotta watch it, man. Let's get right into this video.
Welcome to the Squad Dawkins channel. Here we bring you every fact that will convince you Michael Jordan is the absolute basketball GOAT. Michael Jordan's final game as a Chicago Bull was a legendary and iconic as his sidekick Scottie Pippen was dealing with back problems, and as a result, Jordan had to carry the Bulls. MJ scored 45 of the Bulls' 87 points in that championship clinching game. That means a 35-year-old Jordan in his final game with the Bulls scored 51.7% of his team's points. Since the NBA and ABA merger in 1976, that is the highest percentage in NBA Finals history. On the evening of October 25th in 1984, MJ's legacy almost ended before it started. The Bulls were playing their first regular season game of the year, and early in the game, Jordan went up for his first official NBA dunk attempt, and it ended up extremely ugly. The defender's leg is caught underneath him, resulting in an awkward and painful landing. Fortunately, after a few moments, young MJ was okay and continued to play in the game. But if that angle had just been few moments, young caught underneath him, resulting in an awkward and painful landing.
Oh, Jordan, I'm not gonna lie. Especially this, bro. He has one leg up and one leg up, one leg down, and he didn't get hurt from this, bro. That's crazy. That's good though, cause you're strong, boy. I feel like I would have got, bro. I feel like if I landed like this, bro, my leg would be in so much pain. And then not only that, he lands on his back too.
Fortunately, after a few moments, young MJ was okay and continued to play in the game. But if that angle had just been slightly different on the landing, it could have resulted in a broken shooting arm or even damage to his neck. As we all know, despite the terrible experience on his first dunk attempt, MJ managed a few successful dunks in his career. Scoring leaders usually don't win championships unless your name is Michael Jordan. In the history of the NBA, there have been a total of 5 players who won the championship while leading the league in scoring. And those players are Joe Fulks, George Mikan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Michael Jordan, and Shaquille O'Neal. The craziest part is that MJ has done it more times than all other players of NBA history combined. Only 2 players in league history have other players of NBA history combined.
Okay, so Jordan got 6 scoring titles in the champ. I know when we watched the GOAT comparison video of LeBron versus Jordan, I remember seeing the scoring titles and I was thinking to myself, dang, bro, LeBron has none. But now it makes sense why LeBron got nothing, because that's not common for a champion to get scoring titles. But I guess it's common for Jordan because he got 6 of them compared to the other players that only have 4.
Only 2 players in league history have averaged over 30 points and over 10 assists in a single NBA Finals series. These are the 2 players who continue to find themselves on their own list: Michael Jordan and LeBron James. MJ did it in 1991 against the Lakers, while LeBron did it twice, in 2017 and 2018 against the Warriors. Michael Jordan absolutely dominated his era, and no stat may better sum up the extent of his dominance than this one. From November of 1990 until his retirement in 1998, MJ never lost 3 games in a row. That's a streak of 632 games, which is easily the longest streak by a player in NBA history. Even the super team of the Warriors with Kevin Durant couldn't accomplish that same feat of avoiding a 3-game losing streak in any of their 3 seasons together. And this was one of the greatest and arguably the most overpowered team in league. The Chicago Bulls set the NBA record for the greatest regular season with a 72-10 record, which made them the first team in league history to eclipse 70 wins in a season. Not only did the Bulls win 72 games in 1996, but they were extremely close to reaching the 70-win mark in the following season as well. In the 1996-97 regular season, the Bulls actually had 69 wins heading into their final 2 regular season games. The first game was in Miami against the solid Heat team that they would later meet in the Eastern Conference Finals. The Heat won this regular season contest by 10 points. The final game of the regular season was against their rivals, the New York Knicks. The game was extremely tight throughout, with both teams making incredibly clutch baskets down the stretch. Chicago would have the last shot though, but Pippen, who had a good look, missed it pretty badly. If this shot had gone in, then the Bulls would have had Pippen, who had a good look, missed it pretty badly.
Oh, Pippen, bro. Pippen, bro. You hit the other side of the backboard. You gotta do better than that, bro. Come on, you gotta make that. Let's be real, Pippen.
If this shot had gone in, then the Bulls would have achieved something that no other team has done before for the second straight season. Roughly 4 years after his 63-point playoff performance, the second straight had gone in, then the Bulls would have achieved something that no other team has done before for the second straight season.
Bro, Scotty, and you missed it for the Bulls to have 2 70-win seasons straight, bro. You missed, bro. You guys could have made history. I mean, you did, because you probably during the time period didn't think a team was going to get 73 wins after y'all got 72. Y'all probably didn't think that. But, like, you could have got 2 70-win seasons straight. But that stat of never losing 3 games in a row for 629 games or something like that is insane. Like, that's, like, Jordan's never lost 3 times in a row for 630 games. And the second person behind him was Curry with 330.
Roughly 4 years after his 63-point playoff performance against the Boston Celtics, the GOAT Michael Jordan added to his postseason lore over a 2-game stretch. In the 1988 playoffs, MJ became the first player in NBA history to log back-to-back 50-point games in the playoffs. In Game 1 of a first-round series with the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jordan scored 50 points on 19 for 35 shooting, sinking all 12 of his free throws. Then came Game 2 3 days later on May 1st, 1988. Jordan one-upped himself with a 55-point game against the Cavs. He shot 24 for 45 overall and was 7 for 7 from the free throw line as the Bulls built a 2-0 series edge. The Cavs forced a decisive Game 5, but Jordan delivered there too. His 39 points powered a series-clinching 107-101 Bulls win. There have been many explosive scores throughout the league's history, but there are a few players who could score in bunches while remaining extremely efficient. For example, Tracy McGrady had just 8 games in his career where he scored at least 40 points while shooting at least 60% from the field. Kobe had 23 of those games, and well beyond that is Michael Jordan, who had 70 games where he scored at least 40 points on at least 60% shooting from the field. To put that in perspective, throughout his career, LeBron James has a total of 74 games where he scored at least 40 points, and that's in total, regardless of efficiency. Out of the 74, LeBron shot 60% in only 35 games.
Come on, bro. Why we had to bring in another Bron fact against Jordan, bro? I'm not trying to see this. I get it, bro. Jordan, you got it, bro. I get it, but like 70 games, 60%. Dog, that's a whole. Think about it. That's a whole season. That's like Jordan. That's like if Jordan played a whole season and he dropped 40 every single game with 60% shooting for a whole season. That is probably one of the greatest seasons of all time, right? Has to be. If you averaging 40 points with 60% shooting and whatever other assists and steals and stats he had after that, that's probably going to be a legendary season.
MJ is the only player in NBA history to win an MVP, a scoring title, first team all-defense and NBA championship, and a finals MVP all in the same season. And amazingly, he did this 4 times. Finals to win an MVP, a score. MJ is the only player in NBA history to win an MVP, a scoring title, first team all-defense and NBA championship, and a finals MVP all in the same season. And amazingly, he did this 4 times. Jordan is the player with the most combinations of scoring titles and all defensive first team honors with 9. He's also the only player to win the scoring title and the Defensive Player of the Year award in the same season. His 35-point scoring average is the highest for any Defensive Player of the Year winner. Jordan won the NBA championship and the scoring title in the same season 6 times, most by any player, and his 32.6 scoring average is the highest for any player in a.
See, this is what I was telling y'all in that Bird video. That, because like when you see something like this, Like, when you really look at the screen right now and you see these sentences and you read these sentences right now in front of your face, you can't think to yourself and be like, bro, this player, you can't think this player is overrated or this player is not good or great or the GOAT. Like, it's hard. It's hard to argue with these stats on screen, bro. You can't. Like, most seasons with a scoring title and defensive team, only a player to win defensive player of the year and scoring title in the same year, and he dropped 35 points per game that year with a defensive player of the year award. What defensive player of the year is you seeing drop 35 points per game? What? Well, that's like Gobert, Marcus Smart, Draymond Green dropping 30 a game and still playing at defense at the high level. That's crazy. NBA record scoring title plus championship in the same season 6 times. NBA record 32.6 points per game, highest points per game average in championship season, 1993. See, like, you can't. These are the stats I'm be trying to see, bro. I like this video. Thank you for requesting this video.
The championship season. MJ is the only perimeter player in NBA history to average 30 points in a single season while shooting 50% from the field. And he did it 5 times. Scoring was obviously Jordan's standout skill, and he still holds the all-time record for leading the NBA in total points scored 11 times. Additionally, it is also an all-time record that Jordan led the NBA in scoring 10 times. Also, an all-time record is Michael's career regular season scoring average of 30.12 points per game. He also holds the all-time playoff points per game record with 33.5 points per game. In the playoffs, MJ was a killer. He still has the all-time record for most points ever in a playoff game with 63 against the Celtics in 1986. Jordan's first ever game where he scored over 50 points was the 63 in the playoffs.
If your e-commerce store isn't hitting 100K months, you're probably running the outdated classic e-com model.
Jordan set a
So, is this game right here the game where Jordan had the record, the playoff record game of 63 points?
Scored over 50 points was the 63 in the playoffs. Jordan set a still-standing playoff record in the 1991 finals against the Lakers when he scored on 13 consecutive field goals without a miss.
Jordan, a spectacular move by Michael Jordan. That's 13 consecutive field goals.
That is a finals record, but it is also an all-time playoff record. Another all-time playoff record MJ still holds is that he made 24 shots from the field against Cleveland in 1988. Against Detroit in 1991, Jordan made 13 free throws in a quarter, which is still an all-time playoff record. MJ holds the all-time record with 8 50-plus point playoff games. He also holds the all-time playoff record for most 40-plus point games with 38. Another all-time record Jordan holds is another playoff record. He is the only player in NBA history to never once score under 15 points in any playoff game he ever played in. MJ holds the all-time record by being the only player in NBA history to never once score under 20 points in a finals game. The most underrated aspect of MJ's game was definitely his shot blocking. If MJ isn't the greatest shot blocking guard in the history of the game, then he's certainly in the top 3. On defense, Michael was a very sneaky and intelligent player who could read a defense and respond accordingly as the help defender. Combine that with his insane quickness, agility, and leaping ability, and you have the recipe for an all-time great shot blocking wing. MJ has the most blocks by a guard in a single season, which was a total of 131, and the 1987-88 season. And unsurprisingly, that was the season he won the Defensive Player of the Year. Not only is he first on the all-time list, but he's also in the second spot as he blocked 125 shots in the 1986-87 season. In that 1986-87 season, he began a career-long onslaught on the NBA record book. That year saw him average 37.1 points in the first of 7 consecutive seasons in which he led the league in scoring and topped 30 points per contest. In the spring of 1989, Bulls coach Doug Collins moved Jordan to the point guard position, as the point guard Jordan had a streak where he had 7 straight triple-doubles and 10 triple-doubles in 11 games. In the final 24 games as the point guard, Jordan averaged over 30 points, over 9 rebounds, and over 10 assists, all while being efficient on offense and dominant on defense. On the year, he was first in win shares, first in player efficiency rating, and first in plus-minus. As we all know, MJ reached 6 NBA Finals, he has 6 rings, and he missed 6 regular season games in those 6 championship seasons combined. Drafted in 1984, Jordan played all 82 6 NBA Finals, he has 6 rings, and he missed 6 regular season games in those 6 championship seasons combined.
Jordan was really not. Jordan was in the air every play, jumping, dunking on people, getting slammed by defenders, and he was still that healthy. He only missed 6 games in 6 seasons? That is Jordan. You were playing every game. I thought you was getting beat up, bro. How you not hurt? You stop. I'm just playing.
Drafted in 1984, Jordan played all 82 games in his very first season. It was the first of 9 whole seasons where MJ would play all 82 games. However, the following season, MJ sustained a broken foot injury and sat out for almost the entirety of 1985-86 campaign. It is almost incredible that, excluding that season, MJ missed only 7 games in the 12 seasons he played with the Bulls. By MJ, he felt an obligation to play every day.
He felt an obligation to play every game.
Yeah.
I mean, he knew, not just for a television audience, but he knew, and every time he played, there were families, there were others who had saved their money, potentially scalped the ticket in those days, as they called it, to see Michael Jordan play.
Jordan remains one of the most impressive athletes the NBA has ever seen. By reports, in North Carolina, he ran a 40-yard dash in an amazing 4.3 seconds.
And I'll never forget this. His sophomore year, ran the 40-yard. Me and Coach Guthridge and our trainer, Mark Carnes, we all 3 had hand stopwatches, so we're not professional timers by any means. But he crossed the line, and I looked, and I said, wow. I said, Coach Guthridge, what'd you get? And he looked at me, and then Mark Davis said, I got 4.39. And Coach Guthridge said, I got 4.38. And I said, I did too. And so I waited a couple of, I said, Michael, we missed your start and made a mistake here. Come on, I need you to run it again. And he said, oh, too fast for you, huh? I'll never forget that. He goes back to the line and runs it again, and all of us got below 4.4 as a sophomore. So he went from 6.4.5 to 6.6 and got faster.
We all know MJ could leap out of the gym, but his speed was ridiculous too. He could run like Deion Sanders. Imagine Klay Thompson's frame combined with Allen Iverson's agility and Russell Westbrook's speed. He might not have been as big or as strong as LeBron James, but Jordan made up for that with elite quickness. Now add that to his 48 inches vertical leap and you have the most athletic player to ever play basketball. MJ's once-in-a-lifetime greatness could be seen as soon as he set foot on the court for the first time. In his rookie season, he took the league by storm, displaying his elite athleticism as he averaged 28.2 points, 6.5 rebounds, 5.9 assists, and 2.4 steals on 50.
Bro, this is a rookie season numbers. This is great, MJ. 28 points per game, 6 and 6 basically. This is great. This is very great rookie numbers. This don't even look like a rookie, but that 3-point percentage, MJ, is tough. 17. I'll let you pass to that, though. We'll give you a pass, MJ, for the rookie season with that 17%. But besides that, good.
Shooting. He finished 3rd in scoring and 4th in steals, but for the Bulls specifically, his value was off the charts as he led his team in points, rebounds, assists, and steals. He's the only rookie in history who's ever done that. With Jordan at the wheel, the Bulls improved 11 wins over the previous season, and even Larry Bird said that Jordan at the wheel assists and steals. He's the only rookie in history who's ever done that.
You see, and then there's so many Jordan stats where he's only to do that. I didn't know how many playoff records Jordan holds. I didn't realize that. This man Jordan is the playoff king. I didn't realize how many playoffs, because a lot of time I look at stats, I ain't saying regular season stats or like final championships, I feel like, or just other like accolades. I don't be hearing about playoff stats that much or playoff records. But it seems like Jordan holds a lot of playoff records, and he just it's not like to me Jordan was a GOAT during the regular season, but he turned it up to the black cat during playoffs. Whatever y'all used to call him, bro.
With Jordan at the wheel, the Bulls
improved
11 wins over the previous season, and even Larry Bird said that he's never seen a player improve a team more than MJ did. Jordan wore number 12 for 1 game on February.
Bird, you said that you improved your rookie team, bro. Like, didn't Bird improve his rookie team by like 30 or 40 games? when he came, then he changed the whole Celtics franchise around, and he said this about MJ. That's what I mean. Bird is humble, bro. I like Bird. I like Larry, bro. He's saying that Jordan, he never seen anybody do that, but he literally changed around his team too. So
Improve a team more than MJ did. Jordan wore number 12 for one game. On February 14th, 1990, Jordan scored 49 points wearing number 12 on a loss to the Magic. The only player in NBA history to score more points in a single game while wearing 12 is Hall of Famer George Yardley.
Starting today, anyone can monetize with ads. As part of the all-new Beehive ad network.
Jordan's salary in 1990.
wait, why was Jordan wearing 12? Y'all let me know in the comments, because I didn't even know he ever wore. I didn't know he wore 23 and 45.
95-96 was $3.85 million, which ranked 32nd in the NBA that season. Players with higher salaries that season included Benoit Benjamin, Brian Shaw, Danny Ferry, and Dale Davis. For his career, Jordan was 9 of 18 shooting in the playoffs on potential game-tying or go-ahead shots in the final 24 seconds of the fourth quarter or overtime. He was a perfect 3 of 3 on such shots in games when his team faced elimination, and 4 of 7 when his team had an opportunity to clinch. By the end of his tenure with the Bulls, Jordan had developed into the game's best mid-range scorer. His final 2 seasons in Chicago, Jordan made 997 mid-range shots, over 250 more than any other player. In his final season with the Wizards, when he turned 40 years old, Jordan dunked 21 times. To put things into perspective, in his final season with the Lakers, the 37-years-old Kobe Bryant has dunked 4 times. MJ's title teams did not blow leads. In the 6 seasons they won the title, they were 42-0 in the playoffs and 210-5 in the regular season, when leading by 10 or more entering the fourth quarter. Jordan was returning to the NBA as a 38-year-old who was trying to get back into basketball shape. The comeback had plenty of physical obstacles as well. Jordan was heading into his return dealing with tendinitis in his wrist and in both of his knees. During a pickup game that offseason, Ron Artest had broke 2 of Jordan's ribs while playing physical defense on MJ.
One day, me and Michael was just like tussling hard. He wanted this position. I'm like, nah, you can't have this position. You know what I'm saying? So when I was trying to deny him and get his arm out the way, my elbow hit him in the ribs, and his ribs cracked.
Jordan would also go on to have fluid drained from his knees multiple times throughout that year. Michael Jordan was joining a Wizards team who had finished the previous season with a 3rd worst record in the entire NBA at 19-63. Despite the fact that they were playing in a much weaker Eastern Conference, they also had the 2nd worst defense in the league in terms of opponents' points per game. The Wizards started the season with a 26-21 record, and on the 47th game, Jordan collided with a teammate and tore his meniscus. He tried to play through the pain and on reduced minutes, but after another 14 games, he had arthroscopic knee surgery to repair the knee, and his season was over. Before Jordan's injury occurred, MJ was averaging 25.1 points per game, 6.2 assists, 5.3 rebounds, and 1.5 steals per game. In his last 20 games leading up to his injury, MJ was averaging 27.5 points per game, 6.4 assists, 5.2 rebounds, and 1.3 steals per game on 44% shooting. In his last 10 games leading up to the injury, MJ was averaging 29 points, 6.6 assists, 6.1 rebounds, 1.2 steals on 47% shooting. Also,
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Seeing MJ go crazy in a Wizards jersey, it makes me happy for some reason. I don't know why.
Was injured, the Wizards were on a 47-win pace and were well in the playoff hunt. Up to that point, no team in NBA history had ever been a sub-20 win team and gone on to have a winning record the following season. Aging MJ had the Wizards well on their way up until the meniscus happened. Not only did Jordan take one of the worst teams in the league and make them competitive, but had it not been for his knee injury, the Wizards would have had a legitimate shot at the 1st seed in the Eastern Conference. Jordan started the first 15 games of the shot at the 1st seed in the Eastern Conference.
Can I get a fact check on that in the comments, please? Thank you.
Jordan started the first 15 games of the 2002-2003 season coming off of the bench. In his 2nd season in Washington, Jordan was the only Wizard to play all 82 games, and he was 40 years old. He also became the only 40-year-old in NBA history to score over 40 points in a game, which he did several times that season. He also became...
Never mind that one, too, because LeBron just did it last night with 42.
...became the oldest player in NBA history to average at least 20 points per game. Tell us in the comments, what do you think is the most impressive Michael Jordan fact? And if you enjoy this video...
Hey, man. Hey, man. That was a good video. That was a really, really good video. I enjoyed that video a lot. That video just showed me more of Jordan's greatness, showed me more of why Jordan is considered the GOAT. Like, it's hard to beat that man at winning because he loves to win, bro. So that's just what some people do. Some people just good at winning, and that's what Jordan's good at. He's good at winning. That's what he does. So it's your boy Torie, man. You watch all the way through. I appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe for more content, and we out.